This is a pound of terracotta clay. It's a pot clay's body. It's quite a smooth clay, very little grog in it, and it's a nice throwing body. Not the best, but we can slip this clay, and the grog one, not very friendly to slip. Anyway, what I'm doing here is I'm just making half a dozen 1 pound mugs like this, and I put the handles on these this morning. I made them yesterday. I just want to make a few more of them out of the same batch of clay. Then I'm going to do something else. Now, first thing I do is center the clay and then open that up. Now, once I've opened it up, I want to leave sufficient on the base that it's not going to make it too thin. And I want to throw that base, so I really need to compress the clay in the base. Collar that back in, and just bring that clay further up in a nice gentle pull. I don't need many tools for this. I need a bit of water. I need some throwing bats. These are all tempered bats. More on my site about those, perhaps too much. And I need a rib. Which is just this small one here, and that truncated triangular sponge there, just so get the water out. And I need a turning tool, because I'm going to finish this on the wheel. I'm not going to wire it off. Going to take it about that tall, then I'm going to bring that lip out like that, and I'm going to finish it with a rib, what I just showed you. So I'm putting that part of it in there, and I'm going to bring that up. Need a little bit of water on it. On the outside of the pot, not on the rib. Clean that up, and I'm going to use this bit here just to give me the shape I want on the top of the mug, like that. Make sure you've got a nice flat, a nice rounded rim like that, which is comfortable. Don't cut rims. If you do cut rims, finish them off with either a piece of chamois leather or a narrow sponge like this. The problem with chamois leather is it's always quite difficult to find, so you have to have a place to put it when you put it down. Now I need to get the water out of the inside of this pot. So I'm going to put the sort of more acute angle in towards the inside wall of the pot. Just clean the bags off like that. And any turning I want to do, I'm going to do now. So I'm just going to remove a little bit of excess down there and undercut it a tiny bit. That's all I want to do. And there's our finished shape, which should be pretty much the same as that finished shape. Now this one will have shrunk a little bit. I'll put them over there. Now I'm just going to start the next one off. So here's what we're throwing on. I've put about ½ pound of clay on the wheel head and just thrown it out in a disc like that, and then I've just grooved that with my fingers. I don't need to do it now, I've done it already, but that's what I do when I put it down there. And then I can take the bat and just line it up just like that. So I get it sort of roughly central, and then I take my next block of clay, £1 for these bigger mugs, and chuck it in the middle. That's not quite the middle, is it? Now if you want to do that again, just do that, roll it off so that you got a slightly convex surface on this, so you won't trap any air when you put it back on. That'll do. And then use the little finger on your right hand just to pull that clay in at the bottom, and cone it up a little bit like that. And then when you put that back down again, push it away from you. Just push it away and push it down. Any excess clay on the wheel head, take off with your thumb, like that, and use the knuckle of that thumb just to make an impression on the top of the pot. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to push this finger in and down towards the bottom. We don't want to hit the bat. Okay, and that's in and down towards me like that. So that'll keep it central. Got a little air bubble in there. Now put a little bit of water in there. Now what we're going to use is our thumbs, like this. Thumbs down into the bottom and pull them apart, and that'll make the base. Now, as I said before, you must compress that, because when we make the walls, we're going to be compressing the walls, so we really need to compress the base as well. Otherwise it'll shrink unevenly and the base will crack, and it'll crack in the form of a little sort of linear S shape like that, which is called a spiral crack, and you don't want that. So here we go. Look, now what we've got to do is get some height out of this, so what we're going to do is collar it in. So I'm just using my hands to pull the clay back in like that. I haven't touched the base, I haven't affected that, that's finished now. Now, I'm going down to the bottom of the pot here, because I want to use all the clay in the wall of the pot to give me the height that I need with the mug. So I'm going to go down there, and I'm going to just give it a nice excuse me, gentle pull, I'm going to go again. Here's my sponge. I take the water out of it mostly so I can see what I'm doing, and put a little bit of cleaner water back on top of it. There's no such thing as clean water when you're working with terracotta, but you can see how the water will turn to slick quite readily on your hands. Now some people like that, and I used to quite like it, but I don't anymore. I prefer the water to be a bit cleaner. So I'm pressing in down the bottom now because I've still got plenty of clay in there, and I want that clay up here to make the pot taller up to there, and then I want to turn this top bit out a little bit like that. Take that water out of there. Now I'm going to put some water on the outside of the pot here because I'm ready to use my rib on it now. Make sure the rib's clean. Push your bottom in. Like that. So I've got a fair bit of clay I don't want there, and turn that like that. Take my thin sponge, just wrap it round the rim there a bit to give it a nice shape. I've got a bit more clay than I want down the bottom, so I'm going to take a bit off the side, and then I'm going to undercut it a bit here, and that's going to assist it to come off the bat when I'm ready to remove it. I'm going to clean the bat off. Makes it easier next time you use it. This is a cone wheel, so it's fast wheels, powerful wheel, and it freewheels as well. Now I have done some videos on different kinds of wheels. I really like these. Just because it looks like this, it's an English one in a wooden cabinet with a big tray up above, doesn't make it a cone wheel. Some of them have solid state electrics and they won't freewheel. Okay, so I've got that one as well. In fact, the camera I'm filming this on is sitting on an Alsager wheel, and that wheel won't freewheel like this one. It's solid state electrics. This is nice, got big heavy flywheel in it. You can also use it as a banding wheel if you want to do stuff on it without the motor running. Motor's running all the time on this, you can hear it running. It's only when I depress the pedal that the cone on the end of the motor shaft comes into contact with the flywheel at the bottom of this shaft here and spins the wheel like that. And it's fast. But there's no real braking on it, so I can stop it with my fingers like that. Nice big tray on it as well, it's very handy. Okay, I'm taking this one off now, so I'm just going to pull it up with the turning tool like that and put it on the side. I think it's slightly shorter than the one I just did. I don't use a guide on the wheel. I think it's if I did, I would depend on it, and I don't really want to, and also if I felt they get in the way a bit. So they're very easy to line that up, and sometimes that's better. And just throwing that down there like that will attach that bat to the clay it's sitting on. It's an easy system, and these bats are cheap to produce. They're oil tempered hardboard. Go back onto my site, and the last video, I think bar one maybe, is about making these bats, and they are, in my view, a very cost-effective way of having a system where you can do lots of production throwing. You can put the bat on one side, and in a day or so, in dry weather, the pot will simply dry off the bat, and in the meantime you can attach your handles to it. So this is one I made yesterday. Same clay, and I put the handle on it this morning. The handle's extruded, and the slip that joins the handle onto the mug is the same clay that we're throwing with. So otherwise you'll get a colour difference, and that might matter and it might not, depends what you can do with a pot. Okay guys, that's just a short one there, and I think I've covered what I wanted to cover there, and I'll do the handles next up. Okay, so thanks for joining us. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I keep saying it, but we don't have many subscribers, but if we had more people would see the content on the channel, and it's just there to be helpful, really. Okay, thanks guys.